Hey, what's going on everybody? It's Double Flush back with another video of our 2026 Beginner's Guide to an OP Build and Playthrough. I just want to remind everybody, if you get any value from today's video, please like, share, and subscribe, as it helps grow the channel and helps me get closer to that YouTube money. And I really want to get closer to that YouTube money, so let's go. We're going to start out today's video with a fight in an Everjail against a Crucible Knight, and we are just going to dominate this guy super quick before heading over to the Fringefolk Hero's Grave and Limgrave at the Stranded Graveyard, the very start of the game. There we go, big quick work of him, and we're just going to make a quick detour to grab a talisman that's close by, and then we're going to be heading over to the Fringefolk Hero's Grave in the Stranded Graveyard. So this is just the top of the gate front where you have the Site of Grace, where you originally picked up Torrent, the Spectral Steed, at the beginning of the game. There you go. The Arrow's Reach Talisman. And now we can head off to basically the first step of the entire game. So this can be really frustrating for people who don't know how to do this, but it's a really simple concept. So I'll just save some people the headache right now. You can run through this poison shit here right before, or well before you get poisoned, so that's fine. What you want to do is just follow this thing down, and don't get greedy, and then you're just going to tuck yourself in these little nooks along the way. We'll drop down one. And oftentimes there's these ghost soldiers just hiding in them, unfortunately. And it comes back. We're going to head down to this final one down here on this side. This is actually really important. Because what we're going to do is we're actually going to allow that thing to go all the way back up there. So we can just basically speed run this whole thing without having to deal with that. So first things first, we are going to head up this way. Head down there, and basically we're just going to run all the way up from here, and at the end of this there is a Banished Knight, so we'll have to fight him, which is absolutely no problem at this stage of the game. Alright, So now what he dropped is, I can't overstate this. Like, the Dragon's Communion Seal is the most broken piece of equipment in this entire game. And the fact that you can get it right at the beginning of the game is just insane. You can get this super early and base a whole build around it. And you'll just be completely overpowered. The Dragon Communion incantations, like Dragon Maw, Dragon Claw, Rotten Breath, like, they're just completely broken, and the Dragon Communion Seal enhances those. So it enhances what's already just completely freaking overpowered. And now we have it. Alright, so we're gonna wait for this thing to pass again. And that thing just does the work for us. Don't even have to fight any of these guys, so we're going to come in here. We're going to find an Ulcerated Tree Spirit in here, and this fight is actually quite difficult just because of the lack of space. As you can see, I've already died here once. These things are, for the most part, pretty easy to beat, but yeah, this one in particular is really challenging because it doesn't give you a lot of space to operate and dodge effectively. So it becomes a bit of a problem. We just keep spamming our jump attacks and then kind of roll with his movements. Once you fight enough of these things, these movements are so easy to time. And we just keep spamming our jump attacks and our Asher War Lion's Claw. Sure enough, we get our Golden Seed and we get our Banished Knight Oleg. So once we go to the top of the this dungeon here, we're just going to take this and go back to the beginning. We're just going to go over our stats real quick. Alright, so let's go over these stats. At level 55, we are now at 25 Vigor, 16 Mind, 16 Endurance, 27 Strength, 12 Dexterity, 9 Intelligence, that's not going to change, Faith 20, and Arcane 10. So Arcane 10 is basically the minimum that you can use this seal with. We're going to actually start feeding into Arcane as this build is about to start shifting. But the whole premise of the build is not really going to change. So, yeah, we're just going to elevate it, if you will. Anyways, that's the video for today. If you guys get any value from today's video, like I said, like, share, and subscribe. We're going to get into Raya Lucaria Academy dungeon walkthrough next, because I lost all my footage for the Stormvale Castle, so I'll have to put together a new build to do a Stormvale walkthrough. Anyways, I hope to see you guys on the next one. So until then, cheers.